Hey, it's CopperCarver, and today we are going to be doing the unboxing of the Lumary Smart Outdoor Neon Rope Light. So y'all know how I love LEDs of any sorts. Well, normally I strictly only do Govee unboxings because I am a bit of a Govee purist. Govee is an amazing company. However, there's this one company that's been catching my attention a little bit, and they've reached out to me several times with different products. I did a review on one of their outdoor lights, which is amazing, and I'm still using it right now. They also sent me another outdoor light, which I'm using in my backyard. I'll be making a video on that soon. But what's really cool, which they told me about a month or two ago, is that they're working on their first rope light. And rope lights to me are one of the staples of LED lights because you can make shapes, you can put them just about anywhere. Most of the time they're really flexible and just super cool. So I was really excited when Lumary told me that they were making their first rope light. So even though this is a smart outdoor rope light, you can still use it inside or just about anywhere you want, but this one is made for the outdoors. This is the 32-foot one, or specifically 32.8 feet, but they also have a 16.4-foot one. So I'm really excited. The fact that this is their first rope light. They don't even have any reviews on Amazon right now of this, so it's super cool. And then a little later, I think I'm actually going to compare this rope light directly to one of Govee's rope lights, just to kind of see how it compares. This does say it has voice control. It does come with an app where you can control the colors on there. It does have music sync too, timing, group control, 16 million colors. This also works in -4 Fahrenheit all the way to 113 Fahrenheit, so that's also nice to know. Has an IP rating of IP65. I'll admit, I don't know what that means, but hopefully that is a good thing. We'll see what other features this has, so yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, rope light. All right, so we have it right here in the box. It's kind of just stacked in here, but here is the rope light right here. We will untangle this here in a bit, but clean and white. I like that. Here is the connector right here. Let's put this over here and kind of take a look at everything that we have in here first. It does come with a remote. That is great. Let me open this and give y'all a better look real quick. So here is the remote. On the remote, we have mode plus, mode minus, dim minus, plus minus. So it looks like you can dim the colors and change the modes. There's an auto button, play and pause. And then it looks like we have a basic, I'm gonna say RGB, but I'm gonna assume that stands for red, green, blue. And then white, and cool white is what I'm gonna guess that's for. And of course, all the other stuff. It looks like it takes 2 AAA batteries. So that's nice. I always love it when these products come with a remote. And in here, it looks like we have all the connectors. So like I said, that this is an outdoor light, but even though it's outdoors, you can put it on your brick wall or places inside. So what's really cool is that this one actually comes with this type of connector that looks like that goes on the wall. So we have the connector right here, has a screw hole in here, and there's several in here. I'm not gonna count them right now, but there's quite a few in here. I'm gonna set this right here. And it looks like that comes also with some screws and some anchors right here. I wonder if this one actually comes with tape. Now, most of the time, you'll see with adhesive tapes and rope lights, even with Govee and a couple other companies, a lot of times they fall off. And whenever you do get them on, if you have to remove them, a lot of times they rip the paneling off. So screwing this into brick, if you have a strong enough screwdriver, I guess that's what you would have to do. Or if you do it on your wall inside, that's a lot of holes. But maybe there is tape in here and I just haven't looked yet. Something that is really cool is that it does come with stakes. So that is nice. So quite a few different stakes. It looks like you just put the rope light in here and you push it in the ground. So that's real nice and simple. I like that. I think I know where I'm gonna put it, which is along my sidewalk. And even though that's a really good idea, it kind of has me thinking, well, whenever I weed eat, would that be an issue? Like if I hit these with a weed eater, will that be okay? But that's something I'll just have to look at. So 2 bags of these. Looks like we got the manual right here. So always look at this if you need to. I already see some things about the app. And then right here, okay, we have the actual plug. So let's give y'all a closer look at everything that comes with this. Okay, let's go ahead and plug this in and get our initial reaction here. Here we go. Plug it in, and I'm gonna press the power button. Whoa! Okay, that is bright and white. I'm used to Govee. As soon as it comes on, it goes to the rainbow mode, but this is bright and white and blinking. This would be a good stage light. Okay, I wonder if I press the button if it'll change modes. Okay, there's red, green, purple, there's blue, like a warm white. Oh, okay, so here's blinking with colors. Like I said, we'll look at some of the modes and actually name them. Let's click again. Okay, look at that one, that one spins. That's cool whenever it's wrapped up like that. I like that. Press it again. Okay, so that's like a fading red. Oh, okay. I'm getting kind of carried away, but it looks so cool. I'm sure all these modes have names. But like I said, we'll look at that. Okay, let's go ahead and connect this to the app. Sorry, it's so cool. All right, I'm gonna connect this to the app real quick. I'll do that with y'all. So let me come up there. Okay, so I clicked add device after putting the device in pairing mode by pressing and holding the power button. So it goes discovering devices and it's right there. So I'm gonna click add, and right away it has a little loading logo right there. So it might be doing an update right away, which is awesome. I love knowing that whenever I get a new product that there's an update right away. So we'll go ahead and let that update real quick. Wow, okay, it's done. So there it is. I'm gonna click done, and we're gonna bring open the app here. Oh, okay. If your light strip has been cut, apparently you can cut this. I need to look at the manual, but apparently you can cut it. And here we go right here. So on the app, it opens up right away where it looks like we can choose the whites to the warm whites. Color card. Is this where, okay, you can change the colors individually. Combinations. Okay, so the different combinations of colors. So that's really cool. So you have these wheels that have the different color combinations. Down here on the little paint pad thing. Okay, so here are the preset modes, which I will show y'all some of these a little later, but look at that, it's still going. All these preset modes. That is a lot of preset modes. Music, I see rock, jazz, classic, scroll, energy, spectrum. We'll take a look at these later too. Yeah, this looks really cool. So let's see about connecting this outside and kind of going along the path and going from there. Okay, so before I actually take this outside, I figured it might actually be a good idea to compare this to the Govee rope light before I take this outside and install it and then have a harder time. So just a couple things is that the rope light I'm going to compare it to is a indoor rope light. It's the Govee first generation rope light, which is already in itself a phenomenal product. I do have the second generation, but I figured that maybe it would be better to compare the first generation since this is Lumary's first generation. I'm going to look at flexibility, smoothness of light, and a couple things like that. So I'm going to lay this out And this is a 32 foot and I'm comparing it with like a 6 or 8 foot. So I'm just gonna lay it across and we're just gonna look at it. So first thing I'm probably gonna do is actually get the Govee rope light, and let's do flexibility. So the Govee rope light, which I love already. Let me plug this in real quick. It's there, it is plugged in. So flexibility, it's pretty flexible already. I do know if you bend it too much, it can mess it up, so I want to be careful. But flexibility is already really good. It feels sturdy, feels heavy, but at the same time, like I can do lots of things with it. So this feels good. So I'm gonna set this right here, and then I know this area is probably gonna become a mess. So with this, I'm gonna untangle. Looks like the best place to do it would be probably right here. Now, the fact that this is an outdoor light, I don't know if that means that naturally it'd be more stiff, but I'm gonna act like they're gonna be the same, or should be the same. So let's see here. I apologize if this is a bad comparison, but I don't own any rope lights for the outdoors with Govee. Okay, well, I need to find the end here. Okay, so getting the end. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna be, since it's been folded around for a while, it looks like it's kind of stuck in this direction. Right away, the main difference is this feels more thick. The Lumary feels more thick, feels more durable, but that, like I said, that could be an outdoor function to deal with more weather. As far as bendable, it's definitely not as bendable. I don't feel like shapes would be as easy to make. But the thing is, I mean, I feel like I could go all the way, but I'm always hesitant with these. Like as far as hard turns, Govee even has sometimes issues with that. But as far as its flexibility, almost hit myself in the face. I mean, it feels like it can get the job done with what you want. So what I want to do right now, 32 foot of this, is I kind of want to lay them on the desk, and we'll take a look at the fluidity of them and see if you can tell. So I'm going to try to put both of them on kind of a similar mode, if they both have rainbow modes or something like that. And I'll make sure to mark which is which, and you can take a look and decide for yourself, and I'll let you know my opinion as well. Oh my. Okay, so I've been playing with both features, and there's some different things that I'm learning, especially about the Lumary, since it's completely new. So on your right here, my left, but your right, is Lumary, and right here is Govee. Now, like I said before, I know that this one, Govee, is an indoor light and this is an outdoor light, so I'm not really going to compare brightnesses because they're made to be different. But talking about the colors, the way they move and things like that, let's just kind of go over a couple different things. So right away, what I'll tell you is that the Govee light, the colors to me are more smooth. And when I say more smooth, I don't just mean like the colors transfer and the gradient, the way that it mixes is more smooth, which I do see that, but it seems like you can actually make the lights move a lot slower. On the Lumary, everything is fast paced. It's either the colors are blinking, you know, back and forth, or they're moving super fast like this. Which that isn't an issue. If I haven't had Govee before, I've been like, these are great, the colors move, they're awesome. But whenever I come from something like Govee, where I can really see the colors move, and you come to appreciate the smoothness and the slowness of the flow sometimes, then it kind of becomes an issue with this. Like whenever you look at the light, it looks like the colors transfer fine. I mean, there's no issue with that. They're good. Everything is kind of the same color. It doesn't really look like there's hot spots to me. So as far as, I mean, I don't know. They're both great. Let me put it that way. For being outside, this is perfectly fine. But maybe for being inside, because of how smooth the Govee light is, I think I prefer a Govee light inside right now. Now maybe once Lumary makes a dedicated inside light, it may be a little bit different. A couple other things that I'm noticing when looking at the app, this Lumary does have a lot of different preset scenes that, you know, on Govee you call them scenes. It does have a lot of preset features, which is great, but a lot of them are just, they move super fast like this. I would like them to add some stuff that can move a little bit slower. I would appreciate that. There's some preset colors that you can choose, but they like stay in one spot. Now I mess around with the DIY, the do-it-yourself mode, and even whenever I moved it to its slowest point, it's still pretty fast. The do-it-yourself also, I noticed that a lot of it, whenever you create the lights, it's either flashing, moving fast like this, breathing in and out, and like how I mentioned on the Govee that you could create colors that move slow and they're more gradient. On here, I can't get any like gradient moving around really well. But like I said, that's in strictly comparing it to Govee. Within itself, if I've never heard of Govee, I would say that this is amazing. It's great, the colors move good, they're really smooth, and I think it's a really great light overall. Now looking at the price, I am comparing the price of the 32-foot outdoor Govee light and the 32-foot Lumary light, and they're exactly the same at $200. Sometimes looking at both, they do have different cells at different times. Technically, the Govee light is cheaper at the moment than the Lumary light, but that's strictly because of a cell. They both have $200 crossed out, and it's just they both have different cells at the moment. So there may be some times where Lumary is cheaper in itself. For a company that's just now getting in the game of rope lights, this is going in the right direction. It doesn't feel cheap, it doesn't feel fake, it doesn't feel like a copycat. They're doing their own thing. I mean, I really like it, and I see myself using this as a secondary. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you choose one light over the other. I'm still a Govee purist, but if for some reason Lumary is only available in your area, or you simply just wanna go with this brand, you're making a great choice. You are. But yeah, let's go ahead and see about the installation of this outside and see how it looks. I am excited about that. Okay, so we're now going to install this light together with the stakes. I probably should have mowed and weed eated a little bit beforehand. I'm still a little curious about what it's going to be like when I weed eat and mow. Am I going to have to pick it up and move it every time? But anyways, let's start installing this. Hit bed right away. Okay, the very first stake that I did, I bent the end of it, and it's not quite as perfect along here. I've learned that doing it along a sidewalk, that sometimes the concrete comes out a little bit further at the end. So a very easy install. That's 32 feet, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have 5 extra stakes left, so they give you more than enough stakes. And I used a lot at the beginning. So, I mean, overall, very easy install. I might wish that these were more than plastic. If these were steel, I feel like I wouldn't be as hesitant to push this down. The fact that I bent the very first one, sticking it in the ground, but that's probably my fault. They are really sharp though, so that's nice. But yeah, let's wait till it gets nighttime. Let's turn it on and see how it looks. Okay, so the Lumary outdoor neon rope light. My overall thoughts is that it's an awesome light. It's great. It's super bright. All the effects are super cool, and I like it a lot. If I were to give any negatives, I mean, there are no base negatives in itself compared to its own. Compared to its own, it's great, it's bright, it does what it needs to do. But I mean, compared to like Govee, it's obvious that Lumary is kind of just now starting out. Their app feels much more simple, which may be a good thing, but like I wish there was a search for effects. Like in their effects, there's no rainbow mode. Like rainbow mode to me seems so basic. Like the closest thing I can get to a rainbow mode is Thanksgiving. But honestly, it's a great light. I think it's worth it. I'm excited to see what they come out with. I'm excited to see this company grow and come out with cooler lights. And I keep saying, you know, see this company grow, but this company's probably been around for a while and I'm offending them by saying that, but I do feel like they're newer. And they're definitely trying to up their game, which you can tell, and it's impressive. But overall, guys, that's the Lumary outdoor neon rope light. It's a great light. It looks great. It's for $200, but a lot of times it's for cheaper. I may have a link in my description that you can check out. But yeah, guys, this is CopperCarver. I appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, thank you.